All right, Mycoverse. What's going on, Mycoverse? What up, gamers? I can't say the word that I'm about to. How's it going? Good to see you all. Welcome back to Mike's Monday sermon. So today I'll be talking about overconfidence and blind spots in expertise. I've been printing shirts for a little while now. Still under a year, so I'm quite new to it. And I print shirts with a screen press. So there's like a mesh and then a emulsion that you use, cure it with light, and then it hardens and creates a stencil so that the shape of the ink that you want on the shirt or whatever you are printing comes out properly. I'm just going to raise the brightness so you can see my mug. Anyway, this is important because it's context for what I'm about to tell you, which is I was stripping screens today for a long project. It's not a long project, it's just taking a long time. My good friend is asking me to make shirts for him, and he's a great friend because he's very patient with me. But the whole thing's a learning process, as is everything that is new, and it takes far longer than you think it will. Anywho, so I'm gonna turn the light on. So I'm stripping these screens that I no longer need, and I'm gonna recoat them with a new emulsion so I can make new stencils for my friend. It's the last print in a 3-part print, front, back. This person's retarded. Front, back, and sleeve, and I'm doing the back part now. This person stopped at a green light still. Someone needs to shoot them in the head. And this print is in fine detail, so I'll just simplify this for you. I needed to redo the screens. I bought an expensive dip tank. Everything's expensive because fuck you. I bought an expensive dip tank with expensive chemicals to make stripping screens a more efficient process. And what happened was it did work, but it did not work all the way. It didn't work as far as it did work all the way. It didn't work what I thought all the way was. So I thought the dip tank did more than it actually did. What I learned, though, was that when I pulled the screen out, there was still a very clear view of the previous stencil on the screen, meaning there was a layer of an emulsion, which means that I could not reuse the screen because the stencil, the screen wasn't open up for stenciling. It would mask with the previous stencil. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. This is why I do these on car rides, so that I'm limited by time. So I'm stripping these screens, I take them out. The water doesn't get all the stuff off. I'm like hosing them down with a powerful hose. And I am really angry because that's what happens when things don't go the way you want them to and it's kind of urgent and you're on a time crunch. Anyway, I overbought supplies when I was starting because I knew I would stick to this, and that was a very smart move. By the way, always overbuy and always purchase the best, not the cheapest, if you're actually doing something commercially, unless you want to have self-kill ideation halfway through the process. Buy once, cry once is real. I bought haze remover, among other things, which is a chemical that is later in the process of stripping screens. I did not know that was necessary. In fact, it may not be necessary. I might be still doing something wrong. But from the results I saw today, haze remover is necessary. And I only bought it because when I was buying the stripper chemical, I saw a multi-step process in the naming convention. Step 1, emulsion remover. Step 2, dehazer. Step 3, degreaser. I'm not wearing a seatbelt. Sue me. Shut up. So the second step, dehazer, I thought, well, why would I need that if the stripper does its job? Turns out the stripper doesn't do the whole job. If what I experienced today is the full extent of screen stripper chemicals, I'm rambling really hard. Anyway, the hazer, so I was left with some more emulsion after I dipped the screens in the stripper, and I had to use a dehazer. I used the dehazer. I didn't think it would work, and I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't already have it, with the hopes that it would work for these purposes. Luckily I did in the past. I tried it and it got the screens squeaky clean again. So let me wrap this up real nice for you, because I've been talking way too long. The things you don't know. Do not be overconfident, especially to yourself. Don't try to deceive yourself into thinking you're smart, because you make inferences about things about which you have no business making inferences. Oh, screen stripper strips the whole screen. Yeah, so what if it's in the name? I don't care. What does it do? Actually learn how things work, what they do, and you will be immune to jargon confusion like I was today with the word screen stripper. Yeah, it strips the screen, not all the way. Haze remover. Oh, it removes haze. I don't see haze. Guess what? It removes more than just haze. It removes the whole fucking bottom layer of emulsion. Jargon confusion can be completely mitigated or removed. Not mitigated, removed, completely removed from the equation if you are not arrogant in the slightest. I don't mean like blatant arrogance. I just mean slight arrogance in the way that, oh, I read the name of a thing and I know what it does. You don't, especially if it's something technical like screen printing, silk screening, about which you know nothing except for what you've seen on YouTube, which, by the way, is a great teaching tool. So anyway, guys, I don't know how to end this other than don't be self-deceptive. Buy once, cry once, and overbuy if you're starting something that you need to succeed in. All right. See you, Mycoverse. Keep it real. Bye-bye.